Hi, Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for your homework family reading for June 1st through the 15th. Now, let me put some light on the candle, and then we'll get right into it. Again, this is for June 1st through the 15th. Make sure it's sitting in its right spot. For June 1st through the 15th, all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Virgo. Now, I'm being told right off the bat, just say hi, honey. Say hi. Because he has to always show up, it seems like. I'm being told right off the bat, when we come into this energy for June, that there is some throat chakra problems. And I don't really feel necessarily like it's that you're not expressing it. I feel it's more like you don't feel like you think you are. But I am being told it's over situations that are causing anger. I mean, they're becoming anger from, worry and doubt, fret, frustration. It doesn't seem to be working out properly, and it's becoming to where it feels like anger. It is dealing with the heart chakra, it is dealing with the throat chakra, but you are definitely picking up energies or dealing with the third eye and the crown. But definitely the heart, throat, third eye, right? Excuse me. Because that's where I seem to be picking up most of the energies from that is coming through this, and coming through what Spirit's giving me at the moment as you approach June, the beginning of June. Now, I am feeling also a little bit of stress on the shoulders, which for me can deal with feeling burdened, overwhelmed. It can also be feeling with dealing between burdened and overwhelmed, along with some bitterness and blame that's going on within that confusion. And they're doing something to my head right now. But I feel like this is saying it's within the energies of the third eye and the crown. I do feel like it's more of issues coming from ego within your own mind more than outwardly. Is what I'm feeling. See, I'm a Virgo rising, and I have Venus in Virgo, but it's also in my 12th house, because Virgo actually splits right down, smack dab the middle for my chakras, not chakras, for my astrology chart. So, see, I'm learning about stuff that they're telling me about me, too, for this month, more or less. And I tell everybody that you really should watch all of your sun, moon, rising, and especially if you have any two signs, like your Venus would be in your sun, moon, or rising, definitely check those out, because they may give you a little bit more information. As well as you could always go back and check out the Aries, because that's the universal chart. So it gives you a little bit of idea universally what you'd be feeling anyway. But with that being said, and I jump into the astrology. Let me turn my page here of my little cheat sheet notes. You guys are ruled by Mercury. And you have Mercury moving into Cancer on the 4th. Now, I'm going to go back over that all in just a minute. You have the new moon on the 3rd, where the moon is moving into Gemini for that new moon. And then a few days later, on the 8th, you have Venus moving also into Gemini. Again, I'm going to go into all of that for us in just a few minutes. But I want to remember to go over, first off, with everybody, don't forget, Neptune actually goes retrograde on the 21st of June. So technically, right now, all the energies that are coming through Neptune is like shadow energies, which means it's looking at the mirror side, it's looking at the dark side, the shadow side of our lives and ourselves. So our magic might be being created from some ill waters because of that shadow energy right now. And with it being in Pisces, because Neptune's been in its home sign of Pisces for quite a while, and it's still going to be there. But you've got Lilith that just entered there, and it's going to be there until 2026, with a major high point coming in August. Okay? Which is going to be while Neptune's still in retrograde, I believe. And I'm bringing, because I'm going into the future a little bit, because I'm more or less being pushed into it as I'm talking right now by spirit. I just keep getting cues, yes, yes, and keep going. So that's why I'm jumping a little bit ahead of the June 1st through the 15th. But this is definitely a cleansing out of energy, but this is definitely dealing with some deeper seated stuff, more or less. And we'll get into our chart in just a minute. But Neptune is what I tend to call where fantasy smacks you in the face with some harsh ass reality. Okay? And when I look at our chart from a universal Virgo standpoint, that puts that puts Pisces in your relationship house. That would explain why they're pushing me in that direction. Because you're definitely going through like a cleansing out, cutting of cords, cutting of things that aren't serving you within those relationships. And there's so much going on within relationships in general as to what the rules are right now. What are the rules to this relationship? Is it serving me? Is it not? How can I shift it so it can serve me? And is that even possible? You know, that's a lot of the conversations that we're having right now. You're talking about your seventh house of relationships, marriage, partnerships, business, your contact, your corporate side, relationships, divorce, separations, lawsuits, even your open enemies. This would be the ones that you love, your family, your children, your working environment. This can be anything you care about, you have a relationship with. So you're dealing with the relationship itself and the rules within that relationship. But Lilith is in this energy of Pisces, because that's what it is for Virgos. And it's a very compassionate place. You really want to believe that everything's a little bit better than it probably ever could be. And I say it that way because Pisces energy really is compassionate. It's the energy that's going to bring the stray dog home, which isn't so bad until the stray dog turns into the homeless person. And that's not even necessarily the bad thing. But when it starts becoming the one who gotten taken advantage of, you see what I'm saying? It goes from an idea of loving and compassion to just degrading themselves and end up being the one who's being taken advantage of. This might be part of those situations that you're dealing with as a Virgo, okay? Within those relationships. With Lilith here, Lilith is a very great feminine energy that makes you stand in your power. Lilith is, I'm not going to take no shit from nobody, okay? But in Pisces, Lilith is wanting to heal. Lilith is wanting to be loved. Lilith is wanting to stop being the strong one for once and be accepted for who she is. But in order for her to do that, she's got to be willing to let go, release, and surrender, and heal. And she's afraid to do that because that means change. So for us in our lives, in that relationship zone, that's speaking to us of, like I said, Neptune is in this energy too, of where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. Going back to the nostalgia of these different ideas. It's getting into where we view our past. I don't know, but Spirit just told me to move my candle. um, 1 second. Sorry, my alarm was going off. But it's where it's where she is in denial. Lilith is in denial of of dealing with the things that she doesn't want to deal with. She's having to face that. But within that, she's having to face the denials that she's in denial about. Inside of the denial. So it's like a triple inside out. And this is the energy that's coming in the relationships right now. So in order for us to heal, we have to be willing to change and shift and set new rules within those relationships, is what I'm being told. Now, you have the new moon coming in on the 3rd. Excuse me, little buddy, I know that you love me, but you can't go near that fire either. Gotta hold this right. So for Gemini, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's the universal 10th house for all Virgos. And this is your honor, your prestige, your reputation. This is your professional life, your career, your financial success. This is your security in your foundations of the outer world. This is your jobs, too. So this is speaking to us of being in Gemini for that energy. You're really looking at the Jekyll and Hyde side of things. You're really looking at, and when I say Jekyll and Hyde, I don't mean soul and ego. I mean full-on energy. Full-on energy, meaning all the good, all the bad, for whatever reason it may be. All the happy, enjoying energy, all the anger and the frustration energy. Energy is not good or bad. What you do with it is what makes it good or bad. So that's the Jekyll and Hyde. It's definitely, you know, where your energy is, and are you making it in a humane decision about what you act and do with it, or an inhumane decision about how you take that energy when it's in its passion. And you're taking it into that outer community, like I said, of what is your honor, your prestige, your professional life, your career, your financial security, your community, the outer world around you. Jekyll and Hyde is seeing both sides of this. And then you've got Venus coming in, making it a little more sensitive. So yeah, there is some heart chakras going on with the outer community as to what is truly. Everything is about setting new rules, walls, and boundaries right now. With Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, period, it's forcing that to come out in all directions. So this is saying, what's the rules in our outer community, and are they serving us? Point blank. And if they're not, why aren't they? And what can I do? Or what do I have to change? What do I have to cut cords on? To start making this go forward. So these are what you should be acknowledging, you know, definitely as you come to those dates. But when I look at the chart in general, coming from, I made it too big, coming from a Virgo point of view, you're mainly dealing with the outer community more than inwardly. But, Spirit's saying it's mainly just the way you're dealing with your relationships, the other people in your life, the relationships, and how honest are you being with your communication. Are you understanding the communication that's going on inside of you and expressing it outwardly? Are you understanding it? This is your conscious actions and your unconscious actions. Basically, you're noticing it from the 5th house, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So it is coming into a little bit of your introvert side as well. But you are definitely feeling it more from that on the outer community within those relationships. Your social, how you are socially behaving, and how it is working for you or against you. Now let me get into the cards and see what the cards have to say about Virgo. Let me shuffle them. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the beginning of June. What's going on? How are you feeling? What's going on for the June, beginning of June, right here? As we approach June, for all Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and Virgo. I'm getting a lot of Hold on 1 second. Show me that again so I know the direction. My cards are black and white. They put colors in them. And when they put the colors in, well, I'll find out about that in a second. When they put the colors in, it's communication for me. This is coming, you're having extra sensitivity, is what I'm being told, in your physical world. But it's also coming from how you choose to perceive it on your spiritual side. Like I said, this has a lot to do with ego, I'm feeling. And, bitterness and blame, getting caught up with overwhelming burdens, because I'm getting like a pinkish orange, so it's being created by you. And they're messing with my eyes now. It might be because of the way you choose to view things, considering they're messing with my eyes. When they're shifting my eyes, and it's giving me another orange and like reddish sign. So it's you might be being over passionate about it, over emotional about it, and you may not be thinking necessarily clearly. You need to watch that, but it might be how you're viewing the world around you. But it is definitely what you're bringing into yourself and what you're creating outwardly, whether you realize it or not. Is this meant for them right now? No, it's not. Is this meant for them right now? I don't think so. Give me a truth as to where we're at right now. What is Virgo feeling? They're saying look for wisdom in your truth. Look for wisdom in your truth. It will help you understand when you're more or less getting twisted by that Neptune energy and shadow. Queen of Swords is the first thing out. It is Libra energy. It is, well, that's the only one I have written down, so apparently for me it was mainly Libra. It's water and air, though. It is cleansing. Like I was saying, you need to cleanse this energy. She can be very harsh, but she's very truthful. She has trust issues. This might be exactly what we were talking about. Trust issues. It is cleansing. It is inspiring. She is willing to take chances to a point, because she's the queen. She's intelligent. She knows how to cut the bullshit away. So she does have some trust issues. She's dealt with some problems in the past. Okay? This is understanding you've got to balance the truths out. This is why I only put Libra down. This is understanding you've got to balance the truths out, and you can't just off with their head, more or less. Then I'm being given the Princess of Wands. So this is your passion, your action, your aggression, your fire. But this is conviction. This is the fierce courage of the heart and the soul. This is self-reliance. This is knowing that you can do what you need to do. You can feel and understand what you're feeling, and then you know that you can do what you need to do, more or less. This is speaking to you of being able to step into that energy. I mean, look, she's riding the tiger. She's riding the tiger. So this is, and I'm getting blue and green energy now, which is saying it is dealing with your emotional waters and a growth that you are experiencing through dealing with those emotional waters in a more spiritual and mature way. Now, is there anything else that we need right here in the beginning? Are you one too? Nope. Are you one too? Nope. Ace of Pentacles, because you have the ability to make the changes. You have the ability to overcome your own negativity, is what this is. And it's not saying that everybody's negative either. This is just saying you may have some shit talking going on in your head from your ego that could block you if you're not watching it. And this is saying you are definitely rebirthing. We're all kind of going through a rebirthing cycle, but this is you're planting the seeds. You're planting the opportunities. This is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, the Ace of Pentacles. It is a new beginning. Something tangible is able to start and come out of this energy, at this time, right as we enter June. Now, whoa, my cards just flew across all of my notes, and that was just uncalled for. As I put them back and get on to the next deck. That's why Justice is coming out. So, and I feel in this energy, it's really talking about weighing out the truth justice more than justice coming in. It could be justice coming in, but I feel like it has to do with you making the true weighing of the scales at this time as to what's going on in your life and really being honest with yourself and the situations that you are dealing with. Now, I'm validating which deck to use. All of a sudden, I like the little cards a lot. Or my soul seems to. Alright. Can you let us know where the challenge is for... Well, that was easy. And this one. You are being given the devil. This is stay away from the addictions. Stay away from... The devil is also your sacral chakra. This is how you feel about yourself. This is when you allow the things, those bad habits, those bad patterns, those bad addictions to take over. Because it's not that you're feeling bad about yourself, but maybe it's a little less self-confidence in the situation, which is not as healthy for the sacral chakra. So this could be sacral chakra issues of cleansing and unblocking, because it's coming with the Eight of Pentacles, which is dealing with the solar plexus, and this is the apprenticeship and ambition. So this is the way that I feel like I'm getting this is if they come together, if you put them together, I feel like I'm taking this as you are learning how to step away from the devil energy. You're learning to step away from all of that doesn't serve you anymore. All of the bad habits, all the bad patterns, all of the addictive natures and attachments that you've allowed yourself, you've probably created in your past to believe were good for you, but they don't serve you anymore. And you're learning how to be the apprentice of yourself and shift those. And that's a good thing. That's exactly what you should be doing. But if I'm wrong, if I'm not reading this right, or you take this the opposite way because of the way that you are perceiving what you're viewing and you are manifesting, then you may very well be creating a new addictive energy. So this is very much telling you to, use that energy properly so that you're not reconstructing something all over again. Sorry, I just flipped some of my cards over when I was holding them. Because, like I said, that was the challenge I'm being given for you. It's challenging you not to go down the same rabbit hole. Challenging you not to fall for the addictive patterns again and again. Challenging you to move away from the devil energy and not self-sabotage yourself. To know that you're capable of it, but to make the changes. Is there anything else that we need to know here for the challenge? Anything else? They went cold. Nope, that's all that they had to say. Wrong. One last one. The Ace of Wands, this is your root chakra. 2. And the star. So this is saying, that you can definitely... The star I see as a good omen. It's cleansing. So as long as you aren't reapplying your addictions, then the star is sending you the hook to go in the proper direction with inspiration and creation. Root chakra and the crown chakra. So it really depends. The first two is saying what the challenge was. The second two are telling you where the challenge can take you if you do it right. Now, what other kind of energy could be coming in it, Virgo, that they maybe aren't going to understand or see coming in at them? What's some unexpected energies that Virgo can understand they're going to need to deal with? Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgos, and in Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgos, and in Venus. What is the incoming energy through June 1st through the 15th? You're not giving me something high enough. You know how I feel about that. I will not pull the cards until I believe we're in a good vibration, one that's, actually more of helping us move forward. Even if the vibration is speaking about something that is negative, I want it to be a high vibration so that I know we're going in a positive way at working with it. Unless they flip the cards. If they flip the cards, then I automatically take it. Unless they're not hot at all, and then I know the vibration is just a mistake. I am first giving Capricorn. This is about setting new foundations. Period. That's the way I see Capricorn. Setting new foundations. Gemini. This is dealing with your Jekyll and Hyde. This is also I believe, also ruled by Mercury. So this is proper communication with yourself and the outer community, and ground yourself because you are planting proper seeds. If you understand that, you'll be moving forward just fine. Is there anything now that you want to say, Thoth? In my Thoth deck. Thoth, are you wishing to talk today? No, Thoth, yes. You have one in there. I felt the heat sneak up. Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. For the month of June. Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. For the month of June. Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo for the month of June. I don't like that. We're not going to go there. You already know how I feel about this. It's going right back to where we have been. Swiftness and interference. It is the Eight of Wands. This is speaking of rapid changes. Mercury, your communication. This is fire energy. This is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. This is also speaking of your Induus. Make sure you are connecting to, Induus is a rune. Make sure you are connecting to your four, your emotional, your spiritual, your mental, and your physical. If you're out of balance, you are creating and manifesting incorrectly, and that swiftness will grow too fast, and it won't be what you want, is what they're saying. This is decisive action with major speed coming in. So you must stay in your four, in balance. Make sure you're viewing and you're communicating honestly with yourself and the world around you about your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical. What it is that's important to you in those situations for that outer community for you to live a healthy life. Okay, that's very important, because otherwise it's interference, which is Eight of Swords. This is overthinking it. This is overthinking it. It's Jupiter in Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. It's overthinking the mind. It's creating and can't choose and overthinking. So together, this is saying the swiftness is coming at you so fast that you may easily make those wrong decisions. You need to be grounded. You need to be very grounded, and you need to be very clear about what's coming at you, because it's coming at you quick. Right back to the Ace of Swords again. And this, in this deck, this is speaking to us, a very strict action, very fierce cardinal action. It is emotional, it is sensitive, it's intellectually overthinking again. She is definitely not going to put up with shit. And she's telling you not to either. But she's telling you also, underneath it, once you make it through the Queen of Swords walls, there is still a loving, caring, wonderful person in there. She's just not going to let any old willy-nilly come up in her life and make decisions and screw her over again, more or less. Give me something positive, very high vibrational, inspirational, to help them move forward through the 1st through the 15th. From the 1st through the 15th, give me something high vibrational and inspirational that Virgo needs to hear. For my Virgos. Practice speaking positively about other people and events and especially the future. Anything else that you have for them at this moment? Trust and divine order. You are being helped. I think it's very good energy, but it's definitely a cleansing and a healing as you're moving forward. Make sure you're paying good attention to your communication skills right now. I love you. And check back for part 2 for the second half of June. Bye.